Okay, this is a very long overdue video on my 74 Gremlin. The last one I did about 2.5 years ago, I think. It was running. We just put the new front coil springs in because the old ones were Ford Mustang ones, and they were very short and small. And between the clearance at the bottom of the headers and the ground, you couldn't even slide a dime in between it. And so I got 6-cylinder brand new ones, AMC springs on it now, and it definitely improves the ride height. And I got competition engineering drag race front shocks in it. But what's keeping me from driving it on the road anyway is lack of money and this. You can see there's at least an inch thick of Bondo in places here. And also, when I started grinding this down, not the former owner, but the one before it, when he rebuilt this, decided to weld in all the lines, which pissed me off, because at least with the lines it breaks up the smooth ass end look on this. I mean, he had welded over where the plates were, or where the holes were, where the 74 through 78 style big bumpers were. But I'm going to have this sandblasted or bead blasted one, that way I can see the extent of the damage. What I want to try to do is, I know this is a loss here, the way they did this. I'll have to Bondo this over. But I'm going to try to keep this line over here. Something to just break up the ugly smooth back in here. This part, I started using a grinder, and I realized I was screwing the metal up, so I quit doing that. And as you can see beforehand, what I first started with was a aircraft stripper, and that was a big mess. Now granted, if it had 1 or 2 coats and no real Bondo, it would have been no problem. But this thing is like one of those gobstoppers. You can see there's several layers. It used to be yellow, it used to be black, and it was red. I also got this to contend with. That's going to be fun, but it's not real bad. I ground all the caulking stuff out of the drip rails. But another thing, you probably can't see it. We're right there. Yeah, there we go. Right there's a small fuel cell, and I need to put a bigger one if I'm going to start driving it around. But that's one of the reasons, body work. Another reason, before I go into another reason, since the last video, I've gotten new rims and tires for it. I don't know if you could see, they're Centerline auto drags. I got them from a buddy of mine's dad, used. Came with a set of rear tires, which are on it now. I had to buy front tires for it. But another thing that's sending me back, here's the front tires. They're 15x4s. They replaced the 15x3 and 15x8 weld drag rims I had. Finding the lug nuts for this was a pain in the ass too. But at the lower passenger side of this radiator, there's a Griffin. It's got a pinhole leak. Now somebody told me I can get it fixed. I'm hoping, because these things are expensive as hell. And I put a high torque starter. Actually, me and a buddy of mine put a high torque starter in it. Starts real good, though I haven't cranked it in a long time. These are factory brand new AMC style valve covers to replace the ugly Milodin ones that had the breather shit all over it with anodized paint. Sold those. But these, I think they're clear the rockers. I put a small air cleaner on here because I plan on putting a pan under there and the foam and kind of make a poor man's ram air. But that's later on. It's been probably about 1.5 years since I fired it up. The carburetor is definitely going to have to be redone. But I'm really tired of this. Oh, another thing I did. Let's see if I can get the light in there a little bit better. Don't know if this will improve anything. kind of shit. I don't know. Jesus, it's hot. It's freaking light. Just a minute. Technical difficulties. We're back. Well, not really, but it now has both the Gremlin high back buckets. They came from my buddy Todd's Gremlin. And I relocated the shifter slightly over so the other seat could be bolted in. So, between the tires, it finally been on all fours because before it was on jack stands forever. Between the tires, seats in it now, it just needs body work. The radiator fixed, carburetor rebuilt probably. And I got some of this John Deere Blitz Black paint. It's going to be about the same color as my 76 grill here. Put a 76 on there for obvious reasons. Got the big X in the middle. More sportier. 1 year only grill. Very rare to find today. I changed my shop some. This is what she used to look like in her heyday when Johnny Z used to own it, the guy that was in the front there. Had the 74 grill on it, but it was cracked in many places. My tools used to be over there on the other side. I changed it. I also got some metal shelves. Got a place for my paint now. And I got another shelf over there for other tools. I was going to put this on the Gremlin, the ET head. Call it the ET head because it looks like ET's head. There's a lot to it, and having to screw the carb if it's needs tuning or something. If I'm driving somewhere, taking all this off to get to it is going to be a pain in the butt. Cool thing. I don't know. I might put it on 60 F100 I got. I don't know, but it looked pretty badass and sinister on the Gremlin. But I don't know. I'll figure something out. But yep, like I said, between the body work and all odds and ends, I'm probably looking maybe $2,000, a little more, to get this thing how I want it. Running, driving, etc. It'll get there. Right, Wes? What do you think? Wes, you think it'll get running? Huh? Okay, fine. Oh, ye of little faith. Oh, this is the new front axle and springs for the 60 F100 I got. Finally got them used from a friend of mine. But, yeah. That concludes the update. Yeah, it's pathetic, I know. Compared to the last one, well, there was some hope I had it running. But, lack of ambition, money. Definitely got a lot of time, but money and ambition. Just one step forward, 8 steps back. But I know some people were interested on my YouTube to see an update on this thing, but alas, here it is. She ain't pretty, but hey, it's got a lot of potential. And Lord willing, it'll get back on the road. Until next time, this is update number 3. Thanks for watching.